and then
So
just play police siren.
Sam, would you accurately say that we're on a magic carpet trying to flee a Streeston?
I would say that that is what I got from you saying we need to cross the borders, getting on a flying carpet, and running away from an army of elven people on unicorns.
As I give them a sign.
Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard.
Hello. So my name's Emma. And I'm gonna explain to you what my character looks like and everything because he actually can't talk. So his name is Tomb. He is a Warforged necromancer. And he kind of got his voice box ripped out, and so he can't speak. All he does is screech occasionally. He does write in a little notebook, so that's how he communicates most of the time. He is covered in cherry blossoms, and he has a giant gash in the middle of his torso where he hides his familiar talon and some skulls and some other miscellaneous things. Um, and yeah, he is silver, with 2 green bands around each arm, and he has blue eyes. And that's pretty much it. Is there anything else you wanted me to say?
No, it's just really whatever you're comfortable wanting to share about
Okay.
Tomb. If you want to give a character fact, you can. If not, that's chill.
Ooh, I think that's it. I
Awesome.
can't think of anything else. Yeah, so that's Tomb.
Tomb's pretty dope. I like him.
Me too.
Well, I am Zach, and I will be playing Tavis, who is an Eladrin sorcerer. The only interesting fact that I can think of for him is that his last name is just Elvish for owl, because he likes owls.
My name is Peter, and I'm playing Tibril Darrow. He is a short half-elf man, kind of in his... He looks like he's in his 20s, the equivalent of whatever that would be in Elven. Well, I guess half-elf, never mind. But he's kind of dirty blonde hair, but kind of matted right now. And I'm playing a homebrew class called the Soul Knife. And to kind of explain it, a soul knife is somebody who is so in tuned with their soul that they can manifest it into a weapon. Tibril uses a long sword, almost jagged to looking at it, and it glows typically a yellow tint. Soul knives also have different colors, equaling to whatever their emotions are, typically. So Tibril, he's a fairly happy person, so his main color is yellow, but he has been known to change colors when in extreme rage or extremely depressed. But yeah, that's Tibril.
Soul Knives are an interesting class that actually another one of our friends helped Peter homebrew. So that's pretty neat. I believe Trevor?
Yep. I'm Trevor. I'm playing the character Nyx with burning red eyes. Nyx with burning red eyes. And his last name is Bright. He was born into a noble family, hence the actual last name, as he's a changeling artificer. Changelings don't normally have last names; they normally just have hyphenated names. Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, and I believe that gets us to Raul.
I'm Raul. I am going to play Red Guest. He is a yellow tabaxi with yellow fur and yellow eyes. He is very yellow. And he is looking for a certain someone. That's him.
And he's actually your second character, as well as Trevor is on his second character as well in this campaign.
That is correct.
Yes.
But yeah, so playing with all of these very cool people. I am Samantha. I am your DM for the evening. This is a homebrewed campaign of my own making of 5th edition, and I'm just very happy to be playing with all these people. Yeah, so very glad to have all of you listening, whoever is listening, and hope that you wear your seatbelt when you're along for this ride. So I believe, Raul, we have a pregame show to do.
I believe it's a pre-game, post-game show with Perthy, Flower Friend.
And Prithy's your first character.
For those who don't know, Perthy, me, will host a post-game, pre-game show every time, or whenever I feel like it, if I'm here. We've had applications for other hosts. And my guest today is Pino Fidal Takuli, or Paul.
Yes, hello, I'm Paul. Very nice to see you again, Perthy. Very sad to hear about you having to leave your friends, but very nice to see you again.
It's a very nice to see you. Here we are.
Yes, here we are. I have my bag of tricks here, and as you know, my bag of holding generates random items. Do you want to know? Do you want to know what's in my bag of holding?
Of course, I want to know.
Well, nothing yet. It hasn't generated yet. I wanted to fake you out. It worked.
Yes, thanks for that dead air time.
Ha.
Now, Paul, you actually met the other characters before we started recording these sessions.
Yes, I met the Wandering Vanguard, I believe they're called, and I sold them I believe some boots and a special carpet. I met them, and they were at the Temple of the Forgotten God up in the mountains behind Zoomwell in the country of Avada. It seems that they were a bit sad.
Yeah, they were almost slaves. I was
Ah.
almost a slave. It happens.
It really does happen a bit too much. But I sold them some wares, and I went along the way, and still waited. My bag hasn't been quite up to snuff since then, but I call it my Paul's party bag. Do you want a business card?
I'll take. Yeah, I love a business card.
I'm handing you my business card. I forgot this was a podcast.
I am taking the business card for those of you at home. I am taking it. I am grabbing it. Oh, and it fell.
Yeah,
let me just.
there you go. It's by your
Oh.
feet. Oh.
Yeah. Well,
got it.
it's gone forever.
No, you did. I missaw. You didn't get it.
Well, Paul, one more question before we start the session.
Yes.
How do
Sorry,
you-
I just trying to look for that business card, and they're not really. They're expensive in this world.
I mean, I'll help you.
Oh, okay. Well, what's your question?
Your party bag. You know what's so special about it?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah,
We're gonna
I know.
embroider it
You're
with a
going to
logo
embroider-
from our sponsor,
Oh, I don't know about that, but who's your sponsor?
Tipsy Topsy Tavern. Tipsy Topsy Tavern is our sponsor for today.
I love that place.
You need a sip? Go to Tipsy Topsy Tavern, where the only way up is down.
Getting tipsy and topsy.
They didn't sponsor me.
Well, I imagine if you talk to that nice dwarven lady, Gwendra, she might talk to you and sponsor your show.
That's a good idea. Well, thanks for joining me today, Paul.
Not a problem. As I last remember, or what I have heard from the Wandering Vanguard, your buddies, they were warped to the city of Astristan, or the country, I should say. But they were warped to the country of Astristan, where they found out that those who aren't elves are not welcome. Commander Norin of the Elven Army appeared in front of them on drafting day, I hear. Getting out of being immediately drafted into the Elven Army, they pulled out the flying carpet and started to fly away outside of the country, going towards the border. And I believe that's where the dungeon master, I hear, is going to pick the session up for the Wandering Vanguard. Here you go.
You took the word right out of my mouth, Paul.
Yes, I'm just going to go sell my wares once they generate. Have a good day.
Well, thank you. Bye. That was Perthy's pregame postgame show. And as I said before, it was sponsored by Tipsy Topsy Tavern. Ask Wendra for a drink.
Thank you, Perthy. Thank you, Paul. Very, very interesting show. Why don't we hop in, and all of you are flying through the Astristian forest. Nyx Bright just flashed a peace sign to Commander Norin of the Elven Army, who is was heading back up to you after all of you successfully convinced him that you just needed 10 minutes to collapse your camp and go down into the city of Droopberg to get drafted for the Elven Army. And now all of you are flying away on the magic carpet. Some of you are flying next to it. And Commander Norin has looked over and seen you. What are you all doing?
I would like to do a loop-de-loop.
Roll acrobatics.
Wow.
Oh, yes. First roll of the night. Oh, what is my acrobatics? Probably absolutely atrocious. Oh, I probably crashed into the ground. I rolled a 6. Plus 0.
You flash a peace sign at Commander Norin with his who's riding on a unicorn and his like sort of like very shiny silver. And you almost don't notice that you're about to just run face full first into a tree, and you just barely tip over your right shoulder and do like a little barrel roll, but you don't do a loop-de-loop.
That was close, man. I probably shouldn't try that again. Hey,
I'm gonna look
did
back
this
and be like,
carpet go
"Wait,
any faster?
how fast are we going? How fast is the carpet?"
This magic carpet is the largest I don't know, model out there. Is that how you refer to that?
I
But
guess.
yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's
It
the
has to be
largest.
considering it can hold me.
Yeah, it can hold up to 800 pounds, but it's the largest
So what's
one
its?
and therefore the slowest. So it's about 30 feet per 30 feet per
Oh,
round.
good. Oh, good.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Because
going.
I fly twice as fast.
So I'm going. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get myself onto the back, not all the way at the back, but like where I can see the people chasing us, and
Mhm.
going to hold an action if they try to attack us in any way.
All right, what are you holding? Are you holding a psionic
I'm
blast?
not a psionic blast. I'm going to hold or get ready to use one of my soul knife abilities. I'm going to use the it's when your opponent attacks you, the psionic interference. You can spend a focus to add your soul die to the AC. So I'm going to when they try to attack us, I'm going to spend a soul point to make it harder to hit us.
Okay, cool. So you guys are you look back and you see that the the 4 unicorns, elven-ridden unicorns, have veered off and are indeed chasing you, and you hear a faint yelling beneath you that you can probably garner is a very angry Commander Norin. And the other 3 that are following you have indeed strung their bows with arrows pointing at you.
Can I cast a
Excuse
spell?
me.
Yep, go for it. Everyone can do one thing before they fire.
Okay, let me just find my spell.
I'd like to grab my shield off my back.
I was kind of counting your loop-de-loop as your thing.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Okay.
While you decide that, what is Red Guest and what is Red Guest and Tavis doing?
Can Red Guest hold for dodge?
Yeah, you just want to try to be very dexterous and try to evade.
Yes.
Yep.
Use
Actually-
your cat-like reflex.
So I would
Sam,
say, I would say with that holding and just making sure, you're not a monk, but I'm just going to give you advantage, and you're sort of like, it'll give me disadvantage to hit you.
Sweet.
Also,
Okay.
Sam, I changed my mind. I'm going to actually hold up my psionic bolt for when they
Okay.
attack.
Cool.
I'm gonna cast a spell at them.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Blight.
Holy. Okay, yeah.
So basically, necrotic energy washes over a creature of your choice, which would be the commander, that you can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. The target must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He's actually he has a lot of constitution, so.
Uh-oh. I guess we'll
Even-
find out what happens.
Rolling low, though, doesn't help.
Oh no. What do you
so-
roll?
With an 11,
Nope.
ooh,
That
what
doesn't
is
succeed.
what happens to dear Commander Norin?
Okay. So what happens is the target takes 8d8 necrotic damage
Oh,
on a
Oh,
failed
no.
save.
You're going to kill him. That's just a murder.
All right.
Well,
A little
Who just
metagamey.
committed?
I think he's only about level 5.
uh-oh.
Oh, dang.
Just metagamey
Okay.
thing.
Oh,
Oh.
we could have beat him.
Actually murdered.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
probably have taken him, but he was very confident.
Sam,
That's fair.
you know something I forgot.
So should I not kill him?
Oh, you already said
Let's
you're
do
doing it.
Do
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
You already said
Murder.
you're
Also,
doing it.
Tomb just would. I don't think he'd really understand.
He's like,
It's like, what?
what is death? What is that?
Right, he doesn't
what is
understand how death works. Remember, he
Oh my
tried to
gosh.
resurrect his clan.
That's true. That's true.
That was a
So,
dark day for.
Dropping
I just
lore right away.
Ooh, wait. What's up,
I
Trevor?
just realized we left Fang behind.
Who's
Did
Fang?
you? Oh,
Fang
your
is
dog.
my automation, my battle, what's he called? Iron Defender.
Oh, so wait, so you're an artificer, but you're a
I'm a
battlemaster, battlesmith, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I was kind of assuming that
Nero
Fang
was
would
like
just
that.
hop on the carpet, so I wasn't gonna make you.
That would be my assumption too.
Fang kind of follows with. Fang recognizes that you're with this party right now,
Okay.
and to just kind of follow. I wasn't gonna make you be like, oh, where'd your dog go?
6.
I mean, I can rebuild him.
I mean, it's that you have a
7.
moment of you have a moment of panic, and you look
8 one
over
more.
and you see Fang
8.
is just on the carpet.
Hung out, just like flapping in the wind,
Yeah, just
just like a dog.
Okay, Sam, I'll let you know when I roll my damage. I just had to find 8
You, you could roll
D8.
4 twice.
You know, shh.
Just shh. I don't want to do that.
Let the
I
dice
don't wanna
goblin
do
be,
that,
Sam.
Sam.
Let the dice goblin.
Okay. I mean, I'm also a dice goblin. I feel that.
I learned from the best.
Ooh, I need
Okay,
to
here
send
we
you some
go.
dice that I found.
I don't know if you can hear all this.
I can hear it.
Oh my!
While she's counting damage, what are you doing, Tavis?
Well, seeing as I am flying the cart, I'm going to fly higher until we reach the clouds.
Okay, so could you roll a dexterity check for me? And this will happen after Blight happens.
Okay. All right. 15.
Okay.
My gamer
Noted.
powers have activated.
Gamer powers, activate.
All right, gamers, let's do this. I
keep
can't open my
watching.
pot because I already opened it. But yeah?
Wait, you can't. You have pot?
No, pop. I was gonna make a pop. I was gonna
P.
open can and like.
You mean
Oh,
soda?
a can of weed?
Okay, I have my numbers now.
Okay, what? I know. I'm just giving you a attack.
Joke that now doesn't work.
Popo. All right. What's up,
So
Emma?
he takes 41 points of damage.
Ooh, okay.
And I kind of
second.
imagined
Great. Now the military's after us.
that this spell,
That was
because he
Vix, by the way.
just learned how to do this. So you would first see the black scale in Ziona meticulously put a spot in his left arm's new armor for. You see it glow like the blue like his eyes, and then this like inky black dripping thing forms in his hands, and then it's kind of like he throws it at the commander, and then it just expands and covers his entire body.
Oof. All right. 1 second. I'm just looking at his health. I'm looking at his hit points.
Yeah,
Sorry if I
that's when
killed
Nick
him.
says. That's when Nick says, "Well, looks like the army's after us now."
Oh my gosh.
I
You
feel
did
like as you say that, Tomb's thinking, and he's kind of like thinks back to how he's wanted and what he's wanted
in
for.
Zoomwell.
Yeah, in Zoomwell, and then now he's gonna be wanted in Estreeston. He's just making a great name for
Hey,
himself.
We're already wanted in streets, just because we're not
Oh my
elves. Most of us.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah, but now.
So
Oh,
as far
this
as you
is
can
fun.
tell, so you reach out your
Mhm.
hand, your scale glows, and just the
Yep.
inky black ichor just comes out of your hand, swimming towards him, and he stops his unicorn, looks up, and his face just goes to like pure terror as he whips around and is like, this cloud is only chasing him for some reason,
Yeah, it
and
is.
he's looking back and he's like, yeah, yeah, ah, like screaming the whole way, and just it envelops him, and as you can see, he just falls over onto the ground, uh,
Whoops.
and you like get out of view, and the other his other underlings stop and turn around and start going after him, and then uh after that you start to feel the carpet elevate as Tavis focuses and just like glides you through all of the trees, whizzing around them and above the tree line. You are above the tree line. Tavis, are you getting any higher than that?
I'm planning on flying all the way to the clouds if I can.
Okay. You most definitely can. It takes a little bit to get there because the clouds are about 6,000 feet up in the air. So you all are about 6,000 feet above the ground, looking at the picturesque view of Estreeston. And you see just several towns off in the distance behind you, and then in front of you in the clouds. When some of the clouds clear, you see several red towers way off in the distance. They look small, but you're not quite sure because the mountains behind them that are even further look small. Um, but you can tell that wherever you're going, it's going to take a long time to get there as you look at the large amounts of forest that are just below you, seemingly not ending. But you all are above the clouds, seemingly after Tomb attacked the commander, and this black cloud enveloped him.
After we fly for like 9 minutes and 50 seconds, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna start realizing that my my magic is dying out on me. Starting to fly slower.
Starts
I'm
flickering.
Just like, guys, I just crash right onto the magic carpet as
All right.
magic runs out.
Do I have time to catch him?
Or, oh, you're gonna try to catch him?
Yeah, why not?
So that he misses.
What could go wrong?
Like, just try to grab his arm or like his leg or something before he falls to the ground.
Make a athletics check.
Ooh. 22.
All right. And for Bright, can you give me a dexterity check?
Yeah.
Me?
Question.
Yo.
Did we rest since I cast Featherfall before we were teleported?
Yeah, you guys, but when you teleported, you set up the night and took a long rest.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, you want me to
Nice.
do a dexterity
No,
check?
not me.
No.
Oh.
Check.
You get a 22 for your athletics.
Yep.
So that's going to see if you can try to catch him. The dexterity is to see if he can aim correctly at the card.
Oh.
Sorry. Dex first. Oh. 9.
So like you're like having a fun time. Not you're doing like barrel rolls now that you know how to do that. You're trying to get like up to being able to do large loop-de-loops, and like in the middle of one loop-de-loop, you just see your wings flicker, and you're like, oh no, and then you start zooming off really quickly because your flight speed with the fly spell is double the amount of the magic carpet.
Yep.
You get there, but you seem like you're going too fast, and you're lucky because you go over the magic carpet and you're about to go over the other side when you feel a tug at your ankle and you're pulled back, and right as the wings fail, you just land face first on the
I'm
carpet.
just gonna be screaming. Ah! What? I'm not falling? Hey, thanks, big metal dude.
I'm gonna look up. I gotta look over. Are you all right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't really ever flown with wings before.
All right then.
Or with magic, really. That was new.
Well, good thing you Tomb caught you then. Well, hey,
I mean, it would have
Tavis.
been an interesting experience.
Fair enough. Hey, Tavis. How far are we from the Feywilds?
Do I know how far? I should know the general direction we're going in, but do I know how far away they are?
Yeah, I would say since you've made this journey before, but yeah, since you've made this journey before, you know the general direction. So survival checks or or tracking checks will be reduced AC. So you know the general direction of where you're going. But if you want to know the exact number, I would say give me an intelligence or history check.
Well, since I have +1 in both, I'm going to go with in history.
All right. Go for it.
14.
Not bad. You can't really pin down the exact number. You know that you're about 30 to 40 miles away from the border of Eastristan. So past that, you're probably, once you get to the border, you're probably about halfway.
Well, once we get to the border, we'll be halfway there.
Well, then it seems like we're making all right time.
You know,
Also-
I
Indeed.
never really was clear on where we're going. As my wings shrink back into my body.
Going to the Feywild.
The Feywild.
Ah, where's that?
Well, it's through a portal. I'll just tell you that.
You know it's in the mountains.
Yeah, in the mountains.
I wonder if I can make a portal. I open a notebook and write down, learn how to make a portal. And I close it.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
Do I have enough time to conjure Talon?
That only takes an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that looking at how far you have to go, it would take multiple hours to get there.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. It's a bit windy, so I would say it's only okay. So like I did the math of this at work with like the actual like speed of how fast you would be going, 30 miles per hour,
Ooh.
or 30 miles per round. And I believe that you'd be going 18,000 feet per hour.
Question.
Okay.
Can I cast haste on the carpet?
Interesting. Read me what haste does.
Okay. Just 1 second. Oh, well, is it counted as a creature?
Magic carpets, I think I would count as a magical item, not
Okay.
necessarily a creature. There are you yourself as Bright know that there are creatures who try to look like magic carpets.
Okay. What it says is choose a willing creature.
Yep.
Not an item. So yeah, that's a bust.
It was an interesting thought. But yeah, you all Tube sits down, starts setting up like the chalk circle around him on the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And all of you
Are we taking?
Hmm?
Are we taking the equivalent of a short rest?
So you can if you want. So that
I'm like with this just one ride going is like does it count as the equivalent of a short rest?
this ride would
Yeah.
probably account if you were uninterrupted as a long rest and then some.
Just not
I
for
would like to sleep
Tavis,
for
right?
a long rest.
Just not for Tavis, you said?
Yeah. Or is the magic carpet not a concentration?
No, it's I mean, he's not so like with long rest, it's kind of like how you have to like drive across country and switch drivers. For
Mhm.
him, for Tavis, it would you're doing a little bit more than what a rest would be good for. But if he lets go concentration, it's not going to make you plunge to your death. It's gonna float until he says not to.
Oh, cool.
So the moving part is the concentrating part. So he can stop and
Got it.
take like a rest, but the rest of you don't know how to fly this carpet.
Right.
Well, while she does conjures Talon, I'm going to take my dad's cape off and I'm going to like try to do some patchwork of any rips and stuff it has, and kind of just, I guess, study it more, clean it up, make it look nice and pretty.
Okay. You take off your.
I can't. Never mind. I was gonna ask if I could cast mending on it, but I'm already concentrating on conjuring Talon.
You're already doing something. But you take off this this very regal looking purple cloak. With those what is it, golden? I'm gonna say golden.
Golden paladins.
No, the other paladins.
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, something like that. And you look around, and it looks to be more or less magically protected. But it does seem that it could use some care, some love, TLC, one would say. And so like sort of like some dirt and like the faux sort of like speckled fur that's on the edgings. So if you would roll with this, what check would this be? Let me see. Roll. Oh no, roll a d20.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, so you start just like looking over this sort of family relic that's been in your family for generations, it feels like. That your father at least told you that the cape itself has been in the family, but it's been improved on the entire time. And just getting off specks of dirt and just you get it to look pretty new. It looks like you take care of most of the issues.
Awesome. While cleaning it, do I notice like any? So you said I notice it's magically protected. Can I like, I guess, study it, kind of like attune with it, like as a magical item during this rest?
Yeah, if you want to spend your time sort of doing like meditating on it and just trying to like connect with it, go for it.
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah. Anything else anyone else wants to do?
Hey, Tavis, is it?
Yes.
Does your whole group have magical items like these?
I believe so.
Do you guys have any more?
I mean, I'm not sure what everyone else has, but I have a magic ring that I forgot what it does, but I just have them. Yeah, just a magic ring. I'm not really sure what it does.
You have a magic ring and a magic carpet, and that's all?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all. That's a lot of magic.
I also have a wand.
A wand?
Yes.
Fancy.
Yeah. Do you have any magic items?
Oh, no. I don't touch it.
Oh.
What's this ring look like?
So you see the ring is a silver band. It looks to be made for a much larger, like not like a huge like sausage finger, but not like a very small dainty finger. And it looks to have an engraving of a rabbit on it.
Oh, very nice. I'm gonna go lay down. Well, sit down. Thank you for your time.
Ew.
Hey Sam. While I'm sleeping, I would like to be on edge because I don't know these people.
Okay. So I would say that, are you trying to aim for a long rest?
Yeah.
So I would say that you basically just make it a short rest.
Okay.
Can I do an Arcana check on the party?
Yeah. Go for it.
Ooh, that is an 8.
All right. What are you checking for specifically? Just magic item or
A strong magic item.
okay. With an 8, you kind of like close your eyes and like lean back and then just kind of think a little bit and just kind of connect with the energy around you. And you really can't get a good read. You have magic items around you out the wazoo. This magic carpet you're on is emanating a lot of magical energy. Every single person around you right now shines up, like pops up, and your like mind's eye, very brightly.
Okay then. I'll go to sleep when possible.
Yeah.
Would-
So,
Do you need someone to like keep watch?
I mean, I don't need it, but does someone want to?
I can.
You wouldn't be able to within the hour, but after you could.
So do you want me to?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Can you cue me when the hour's done?
Yep.
Or do you want me to just roll perception?
We'll say that the hour gets done pretty quickly. So go ahead and roll
Okay.
perception.
And can I do it through Talon? Like,
Um,
can I have him circle around and do our?
yeah, if you want to do it like that, you yourself would be blind. And Talon is an owl. So
Yes.
and he
Or would I
is
go by
of-
his stats?
Yeah, you would go by his stats, but he is also he can't constantly be flying since he is an actual owl. He's a like a fey spirit, but
Mhm.
he gets tired.
Right. I'll probably just have him circle around within at least 30 feet of the carpet, and I'll have him circle around once, maybe twice, and then be done.
Okay. So are you gonna do that like on like a 15-minute sort of like schedule?
Yeah.
That sort of thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What was your roll?
1 second. Do you want me to use his perception?
Yeah, so for perception for
Okay.
an owl, you get a pretty high plus, but I think you also have advantage.
Ooh.
If you're taking a look at owl stats, and for my other character, my other campaign, I believe that is how it goes.
Okay.
I can double check.
Okay. Okay, so I rolled a 19 for him.
Okay, is that just the roll?
No, that's the roll plus his perception modifier, which I'm looking at right now.
Cool. Yeah, so the owl has advantage on wisdom or perception checks that rely on hearing or sight. So
Mhm.
you take that first hour and just reconnect with Talon, who kind of comes back a little bristled after being shot, who's not angry at you, but angry at the thing that happened.
Yeah.
And kind of like nuzzles up next to you a little bit, and then you close your eyes and connecting with him through his owl eyes. What do your owl eyes see? And you send him up, circling around. And is he dipping below the clouds?
Yeah.
Okay. He circles around once, looking around. The cloud's pretty thick right now because you're very far up.
Mhm.
And then he kind of dips below, and you see that now, looking at the very sort of drone picture in front of you, and just seeing trees on trees on trees, and it looks probably about we're gonna say getting around to midday now. You can see that the town that you guys left such in a hurry, uh, off in the distance, and you can see that the red towers that were off in the distance are getting closer. And you take a look around in the forest below, and you see, um, with the 19, but with how far you up in the air, you see things around in the forest, but you're not quite sure what they are. But nothing
Round, you said?
around in the forest.
Around.
So things moving around in the forest, but you look up in the sky and you see birds off in the distance, but they look pretty normal. Nothing seems to
Okay.
be catching your attention at the moment.
Okay.
And you continue that through the entire way, and so far so good. It looks to be pretty smooth sailing, and if no one has anything else they want to do, Tibril,
Nice.
you actually do bond with your cloak.
Yay, bonded.
So you are at the first level of bonding.
I gotta find that document.
So I'll just read it off to you. So with the no bond, you have the resistance to charm and advantage. The saving throws for for being taken over and stuff. First level, you can either choose the cantrip Spare the Dying or Eldritch Blast.
Got it.
And you roll 1d4 Eldritch Blast. But you roll 1d4 plus your charisma modifier to see how many times you use that per day.
Okay. So I roll. So what is it I roll?
You roll 1d4.
Okay.
And then you add your charisma modifier to that, and that adds up the number of how many times you can use that cantrip per day.
Cool. So I can use. So like, if I choose Spare the Dying, I can use that 4 times per day.
If that's what it all adds up to, yes.
Okay, that is what it all adds up to. Cool.
So
We're taking Spare the Dying.
Yep. And then the next day you would roll the next die in game.
Oh, so each day it's different.
Yes.
Got it. Cool.
And you can and then you can either choose Eldritch Blast or Spare the Dying.
Eldritch Blast.
Cool. So you have a moment of clarity just looking at this sort of protecting cloak that you've been wearing that's a gift from your father pretty much. And you feel something unlock in you.
Level up.
Pretty much. I mean, not yet. You guys just did, but
you're Tibro evolving.
No, you don't. You're not level 10 yet. Yeah. So it is a very peaceful fly right now. You guys look around and it's just clouds all around you, sun up in the sky. Very peaceful. It's about the most peaceful moment a lot of you have had in a while. Gliding along on this magic carpet ride to a whole new world.
Are me and Ekman serenading the group again? Or is Ekman, I should say?
Ekman definitely, and for everyone, Ekman is a tiefling entertainer who has a butt ton of swords, with, I believe...
I was going to ask if he was there with us or not.
Yeah, boy.
He's just been kind of enjoying the peace and quiet. Where is Ekman? Where did he go? Okay, so he has blood red skin, purple hair, and black eyes without any pupils. Very, very entertainer-esque, and he is definitely serenading you all softly. It kind of like starts building after a couple hours, and it gets louder and louder. But as you all continue along, you can, Tavis, can you roll a perception check?
I sure can.
And whoever wants to finish their short rest or long rest can do so. But with Tavis, you roll the 16. You, the clouds kind of dissipate for a second, and you can see that those towers. You've crossed, the day has been turning into night, and you see the towers are now lit up in the distance. And they are very tall. You're 6,000 feet in the air, but they're very tall even though you're 6,000 feet in the air.
What towers are these?
You saw red sparkling towers off in the distance flying, and you guesstimated that was about the halfway point and that they were watchtowers.
Okay. Are we flying above them relatively, or are we flying like kind of just towards them at the same level?
You're right now 6,000 feet up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Those towers only reach up to about 120 feet.
Okay. I'm just going to keep flying.
Yeah.
And are we just in a short rest, or are we in a long rest?
Unfortunately, since unless you wanted to,
But is everyone awake?
I am.
everyone's starting to arouse from their sleep and such. So yeah,
Hopefully everyone had a good rest. We're now at the halfway point. I say
Yeah.
like a flight attendant, like kind of just like almost over an intercom.
Thanks. Can I have some nuts and a bottle of water?
You didn't bring any supplies?
Oh, I'm going back to sleep.
Okay.
okay.
So from where I'm sitting, can I kind of like not completely lean over, but just kind of like look off to the side, see the surroundings? Or are we above the clouds right now? We can't see anything.
The clouds are getting a little thinner as you go, so I would say that you would be able to see what's happening now, and it's getting dark. The sun is setting, um, and you see that these towers are small to you, but you can tell that if you were on the ground, they'd be massive.
Fair enough. Since it's getting a little dark out, I'm going to just pull out my soul blade. It doesn't bring out a lot of light, but just kind of enough to see everybody.
Very neat.
It's something I've learned over the years.
His sword shoops up,
Shoot.
illuminating the entire carpet with yellow light. Tavis, you since you're the one driving and paying the most attention, you notice that his light gave you just enough as you fly over these towers that you see a sort of shimmer in the air. We're going to say about 30 feet in front of you now. Do you continue going towards it?
Do a perception check on it.
Yep.
I don't know if you can hear my disappointment. I thought that it was an 11. No, this is a natural 1.
Oof.
My dice finally betrays me. Oh, it's just the light.
Yeah. So you like notice it and then it disappears. And you're like, must have been a star. And you just keep going.
Oh no.
You just keep going, and all of you, as you go past that 30-foot mark, you see like the front of the magic carpet start to pass through a sort of yellow shell as you get on the other side of these red towers. Is anyone gonna do anything? You're just letting it happen.
I'm gonna snore really loudly.
Can I make an Arcana check on what's happening?
It's happening.
Well.
It's happening very quick.
So we just like
Oh.
I'm going to just
Actually-
brace myself. I'm going to just brace myself.
Fang is actually gonna wake me up just in time for me to brace myself because he can't be surprised because steel defenders are awesome.
You and Davis, you like see like the moment it happens, you're like, oh shoot, and then Fang wakes up and just kind of like presses his body against you, waking you up. Just as all of you see this yellow shell sort of like shimmer and just like appear as you go through it, making a sort of hole. And just you feel this like arcane energy flow through you, and then you feel fine.
Can I make an Arcana check of that shell?
What the heck was that, guys?
Yeah, if so Tomb and Timberlake can go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Good at Arcana.
16.
22.
Woo.
Plus 9 to intelligence.
Dang.
Man, oh
Well,
man.
plus 5 and then my proficiency. So plus 9 to Arcana.
Big brain Fibril over here.
Big brain.
Yeah. So you feel that was some form of protection magic, and I forget what school that is. But you can gather that this is a sort of protection magic, and that might have been um, what has been keeping Eastristan so darn safe.
Oh.
I'm gonna kind of look back and like, so is it normal that you're able to just walk or fly in this case through them? Would I know that?
With your 22 roll, Tomb would not know this, but you can gather that it doesn't care what goes out from the inside. It only cares what tries to come in from the outside.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna get back in now. I'm gonna kind of look back at the.
Tomb just kind of looks at you for a second, and then he tilts his head in confusion.
I don't know what happened, but hear me out. What if I make a portal?
I guess.
And then
Usually you need a spot on the. Like how I understand the portal spells work, especially if you're going long distances. Don't you need like a set place somewhere else?
Nah, I could probably whip something up.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But that, yeah. Look back to Tomb. It seemed to be some type of like ward. That doesn't really care who leaves. But see, with these kind of spells, what I know, they don't like people going into them. Going out's fine, but going back in might be a little trickier.
I nod.
I'm gonna whisper to Finn. I actually can't make a portal.
Fang kind of just like cocks his head to the right at you and just kind of goes lit, and his tongue like plops out of his mouth, his robotic metal tongue, and he just goes
Is
like,
it pink?
"Yeah, it's pink."
Aw.
And he just kind of goes.
You know, you don't actually have to breathe, right?
He stops. He looks at you, and then he keeps doing it.
I just
Cute.
slowly close his jaw, and then I grab a wrench and I tighten the bolt. Just his jaw stay there.
Yep. You grab his jaw and then you tighten the nut on the side of it to keep it closed.
Yeah, I try.
Roll a strength check. Roll.
Nat 20 plus
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
plus 0, because this guy ain't strong.
Like you're a little angry that he kind of defied, and you like bring your wrench up, and then you like take his face in your arms, and you go through like the illusion that makes it look like a real dog, and you just like grab the bolt with the wrench, and then just like slap his jaw shut and just yank it up, and you hear protesting scraping of metal as he tries to open his jaw again,
Aw.
and just hear like a screechy whine.
You don't have to breathe. Okay, fine. And I loosen it back up.
He opens his jaw again, and like his tongue comes back out, and he's like,
I'm gonna look right at him and say, "You're a brat."
and he just soft a little.
Roll my eyes and I go back to sleep. No. I'm gonna start jotting down ideas for portal technology in my notes.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check. So you all go through that, and you see on the other side of the portal, 6,000 feet still up in the air. You look down and you see that there's a difference between like the forest on one side of the barrier to the other. The forest on one side seems very nice, very friendly, very you can just travel it without too much worry. This forest seems tough, gnarly. Uh, you need to be careful when you're walking through it at night. The trees are darker. There's vines uprooted from the ground. I don't know how you could all see this from 6,000 feet in the air, but exposition, why not? Um, and it's just a darker sort of canopy.
I rolled 15, by the way.
Okay. There's just a sort of darker canopy over everything. And you look up and you see several mountain ranges a ways away with snowy tips to them.
I know we're high up, but we don't have to worry about the Goliath, correct?
Well, see, probably should have mentioned this. As long as we don't too close or are seen by them, they're perfectly harmless.
Yeah, that's right. They probably can't throw anything this high, right?
Isn't
would-
that anything? Isn't that logic like anything that could kill us?
Maybe.
Fair enough.
We.
No, I think it only pertains to Goliaths.
I mean, I was when I came out, and
They are the savage breed.
yeah, they kind of attacked me when I first came here, but I made it up, and it wasn't that hard.
Wasn't there a Goliath with you guys before?
Yes, yes, there was.
You
Yeah.
realize you were standing within his range for you to throw things at you, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Everything was different though.
He wasn't from around the Goliath, I think.
You do you. And I go back to drawing in my notebook and sketching out ideas and
Right? Can I see what he's drawing, or like jot down in his notebook?
Where are you sitting, Bright?
I was sitting like the back right of him.
Oh, I'm not gonna see that at the front.
I like right behind him into the right. Right behind Tavis into the right.
Yeah, I would say that you wouldn't be able to like stealthily just like look over but you could just turn and make like a large gesture look and look over if you wanted to do that.
I'm gonna do that.
Bright, you see Tavis start to turn look and start to look over at your notebook.
I'm gonna say, "Oh,
Sure.
hey, you want to learn?" I scooch forward and I start explaining things. I don't random magical words and stuff about machinery stuff and everything. Um, uh, actuators. That's a interesting word. They're talking about all of this technology that I would need to make a portal. I'm like, well, hypothetically, and I just go back to explaining stuff.
And you
Uh,
can see, Tavis, you can see that he's actually making really good progress on a possible portal machine.
right. If I were able, looking at what I see, could I do like an arcane check to see if like my magic knowledge could help him at all, or advance it
Sure.
somewhat?
Go for
Also,
it.
another question: how far off track has the carpet veered as he's looking over it?
Ooh, good point. Evens or odds?
Evens,
Uh-oh.
of course.
Me? Or okay,
Yeah. What's evens or odds, Tavis?
well, first my Arcana check is 15.
Cool.
Yay. Evens.
Wow, same roll both times. You can see that that this carpet took a sharp left and is heading very much towards the ocean instead of the mountains.
I just continue explaining stuff.
Turn back,
Do
but
I notice this?
I'm gonna do I notice it? Or is yeah, you said I noticed
Roll
it.
perception. No, I that is what happened. You don't know if you noticed it yet.
Okay.
I also have a question after he's done.
And you can go.
Okay. I just want to write in my notebook and ask Nyx a question. So I start writing in my notebook and I poke him because I'm assuming I'm right next to him since I also caught him before he fell.
Yeah, I would say that all of you are pretty close together. The majority of you have taken to the innermost part of the carpet.
Okay. Yeah, and then I write in my notebook and I basically just ask him if he knows how to make something that could help me recover my memories of the past.
I don't know how to make one, but I can try to make something. And I flip to a new page and I start writing stuff out about asking, or I start writing stuff, writing down questions. Warforged, conscious beings? Question mark, or programmable robots? and then and then starting to try to come up with devices to help recover lost memory of Warforged.
And as that happens, Tavis, you're kind of like thinking, okay, portals, and like with you, like you're just kind of like grasping like the front of the carpet up as you've like learned how to do to drive it. Um, and you're thinking, no, your arcane knowledge um has been born into you. You've been taught a little bit, and the portals that you really know about are shifts in real and like tears in realities, not really super intentional to you, at least.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah. And Tomb, you said you wanted to see if you knew this too, so anyone who just wants to, they knew that it was veering off, go ahead.
Okay.
Somebody better get
Ooh.
more than me. I got 7.
I got a 9.
Well, aren't you guys lucky you have me around? 21.
Woo!
I was
Perceptive
going to say
point.
my passive is 10. Does that help?
It actually did a little bit in that. Um, yeah. So you like Tibril, you see everyone kind of like look down and start to like do their own thing and not pay attention to where they're being driven anymore. Like the second it starts to turn, you're like, okay, Tavis is taking a action, and then he's just like, you see him like just not. You see him looking up in the clouds and not like where he's driving, and you start to have like your starts to beat faster.
Tavis, it seems that you're veering off a little bit. Can we straighten back out, please?
I straighten out. Oh my. This is really embarrassing. I'm very
It's all
sorry.
right. It happens to the best.
It's all right. It happens to the best of us.
After
kind of making sure after I make sure we're back on the correct course and that everyone's paying attention.
I'm going to because I'm assuming Ekman is sitting next to me.
Yeah, Ekman's just kind of chuckling. He's like, "This is the best carpet ride I've ever had."
What other ones have you had besides that time we went down to the caverns?
All right, that one was the best. And he kind of like looks over and like chuckles a little bit and winks.
I'm gonna kind of just because do I have like room behind me at all, or if I lean back and like put my hands down on the ground behind me, will I fall off? Type of close to the edge.
How close to the edge were you sitting before?
I was sitting on the opposite side of Tomb and Bright.
Okay.
I didn't really think about how close to the edge I was.
Okay, so this carpet is about 6 foot wide and 9 foot long. I would say that you would have enough space. Like the tip of your head would be over the edge.
Well, I'm not thinking about like laying back, but like doing that thing where you stick your arms behind you, kind of leaning back type of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna kind of do that. And yeah, Ekman, I'm so sorry he got dragged into all this mess.
Oh, it's fine. Perhaps the circus wasn't the life I was meant for. And besides, all of you seem to be pretty interesting to hang around. And the circus seemed like it might get on my nerves eventually.
Really, you think so?
Is that sarcasm I hear, Tibril?
A little bit. I figured you would get more annoyed with us.
All of you are, funny. You're more funny than irritating so far.
I'm gonna kind of lean up and tap him on the shoulders, like, "What, are you calling me a clown or something?"
Oh, perhaps. But I knew quite a bit of cool clowns in my day. Oh, that makes me sound old. Ew, why did I say that?
Hey, I'm not one to say anything. You're the one calling yourself old.
I'm not that old. Ugh. I'm irritated at myself now.
Can I hear this conversation?
Yeah, Ackerman's not hiding it. He's very loud. I don't know about Tibril.
No, I'm not.
So
I'm not
I
hiding our
start writing in my notebook and I ask Ekwin, how old are you?
He looks over and he's like, oh, don't you know it's inappropriate to ask a lady? I'm not a lady. Wow.
What?
Oh.
Ekman.
Can I
I'm
do an
very
insight
off
check?
today.
What is going on today? What's going on in that head of yours?
I write
Usually
a
you're playing this
response to Ekman. I write a
Usually
response.
you're the one playing.
Sorry, go
Do
ahead.
I hear this conversation?
Everyone hears the conversation about this.
We're not hiding it.
Go ahead
I
and roll
write
an
it-
insight check, Raul.
Can I respond to Ekman's question?
16.
Yeah, you can. You said
I
16?
Yep.
I write in my notebook and I say, no, what does that mean?
Oh, you really don't know. All right. Well, to answer your question, Tibril, how old are you?
I'm 22.
I'm gonna shift to look like a girl.
I would say I'm around 25. And Red Guest, you look over and you can see him kind of like doing that, I'm definitely that age smile.
Do I know his age? How old he actually is?
He's never told you his age.
Fair enough.
And then he continues looking over to Tomb. Well, you see, so if you don't know, women, in at least in my experience, women don't like, once they're past a specific age, to be asked what that said age is, because
I'm just
it
gonna
makes
say
us.
out correction. Just don't ask our ages. And I'm gonna turn back into a guy.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I turned into a girl and I said, correction, don't ask our ages, then I turned back into a guy.
what they said.
I was born a guy. Sorry. Gets uncomfortable sometimes.
That is fine. But age and weight and things of that nature are really a topic, unless you really know this person, which I'm fine. And Red Guest, you see he's not fine with being asked his age. I'm fine with being asked my age. I am young. I am free and living my life the way it should be.
So are you telling Toom all this out of experience with failed flirting attempts?
Oh, perhaps one or two of my beginning attempt of someone.
I write in my notebook, what's flirting?
You've never flirted.
I'm going to lean
What?
forward and put my hand on my face. Like, oh no.
Ekman's face lights up. And he's
Oh,
like,
no.
You don't know what flirting is? I can show you the world.
Oh my
I
gosh.
Shiny, shimmering, splendid tomb. So,
I
flirting
write in my
is when
notebook and I'm like, I don't want to know how to do it. I just want to know what it is.
well, you have to know how to do it to know what it is.
Or you just don't.
What have I done?
So,
Red guest leans in closer.
so you
Timbrel's just going to stay there with his hand on his face, like, oh no. I'm going to
And
kind of lean over. It's
he-
like, Tomb, you opened a can of worms you did not want to open.
he like gets really excited and claps his hands a little bit, and he's like, "So, just picture this, tomb. You're in a bar. You're sitting at the corner of it, and you look over and you see another pretty warforged, and you like the look of them.
Like the cut of their jib.
You like the cut of their jib. That's correct, Dibble. And you want to
I
be
write in my
around them.
notebook, what does like mean?
So you look at them and you don't want to run away from them. You want to walk towards them. That is what usually like or intrigue is.
Very spot on.
Red Guest knows what it is. So you get up. You walk across. You strut. You don't walk. You strut. You
What does
strut.
strut mean?
It's a more confident walking. So that instead of just walking along aimlessly, you get up. You jut out your chest. And you put that foot in front of you with a slam. And you strut across the bar, looking like the best you've ever been. And you go up to that warforge, and he looks over to the side, over to Tibril, and he's like, and you push your arm around him, and you say, "Hey, what you doing here?" And he's looking at you, Tibril.
I write in my notebook, but I can't
I was like,
speak.
I was like, I expected this, but I expected better. I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes after.
He kind of looks at you, and he kind of like, well, that was just a training anyways, and he like retreats and kind of like puts his like chin on his hand, kind of like, well, it's just training anyways. That some it varies from situation to situation. If you like or intrigued with another person, you might want to hang around them a lot. They could be a friend, or they could be someone you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Doom, do Warfords have these kind of feelings?
I think for a second, and then I write in my book and I say, I don't know.
Everybody has these sort of feelings too. You just haven't noticed them. I'm sure you've had them.
I think for a second, and I start writing and I say, I'm pretty sure I've never felt those feelings before.
Well, think back really hard. Was there one person in your life that you just wanted to just stay around forever? You didn't want to leave them. You wanted to be around them. That sort of thing.
I think for a second, trying to think back to a specific moment. Oh, so I start writing a little bit frantically in my notebook, and I'm just gonna like narrate this part. And as I show it to Ekman, I'm basically describing the moment that Vez left us with Father, and that Father was gonna take my friends away, and I didn't know what to do, and so I just shut down because I didn't understand what I was feeling. So just explaining that moment.
And Ekman kind of reads this. Oh, Well, that is. I think you're onto something with your feeling. Uh, I think we would call that. That would be a shutdown, but I think we could call that loving your friends.
I kind of shake my head, like kind of nodding and just thinking.
Ekman gets kind of quiet. Well, it doesn't necessarily always have to be romantic. I have the flair for theatrics, but this love doesn't have to mean you want to, have a family with them. It could mean you do want to stay around with them, uh, and sometimes you might not even know if you love someone.
You see Tomb start to write in his notebook a little bit, and he writes the word love, and he underlines it, and he writes like a question mark next to it, and then he writes a little note to himself, is just saying, find out what this means.
All right, and you're writing that to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ekman kind of falls quiet and you see him kind of put his chin on both of his hands and like lean forward, put his elbows on the carpet, and just kind of like breathe in and out a little, sigh slightly. Could everyone give me a perception check?
Mm-hmm. I just gotta finish writing a few
That's
things
the
down.
bad dice. This is the good dice.
20.
Perception, you said?
Yep.
That's the wrong page.
14.
Okay.
Um,
I rolled an 18 as well.
18.
I'll just write it down.
So we got an 18, a 25. 18. Holy Jesus. But Tavis, you notice. You hear a very familiar voice. Somewhere out in the clouds. It sounds like Ilrin.
Hear where it's coming from.
Yeah, with your perception, you would hear that it is coming from the front of the carpet and to the right about 20 feet in.
Do I see anything?
You don't see anything, but you hear, Tavis, where are you?
I say, Ilren? Ilren?
Yes,
Where are you?
Tavis, I need your help.
Where are you?
Tavis!
Hello? I'm gonna move more close. I'm gonna move in the direction of the sound.
Okay. None of you hear that voice, by the way, but Timbrel, you hear a very light voice. Actually, in the direction that the carpet is now moving, which is a little weird to you. You hear a very light and feminine voice of Lila.
I'm
Timbrel?
gonna kind of put my head up, not respond right away. Hello? Kind of
Timbrel,
like, Lila?
Timbrel, where did you go?
What do you mean? Where are you?
Timbrel,
Um,
I thought you
I'm
said
gonna-
you'd never leave.
Can I do detect magic? Or not detect magic, an arcane check to see if I feel any magic around me?
Go ahead.
So I rolled a 15.
Okay. You definitely do feel magic around you. You're not quite sure what that is since there's a lot of magic items.
I'm going to try to make a psionic link with the sound.
With your psionic link, do you have to see them?
If there is a clear shot to where they are, let me double check.
Clear
You
shot
tele-
makes me think
within
sight.
you can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 60 feet. So yeah, I'd have to.
Yep. You reach out with your brain to her brain, and you don't feel a connection.
Where I'm gonna just say, Lila, where are you?
You just hear in response, Tipperl! Tipperl! And everyone is now hearing voices of whom they most love around them. Just calling and calling for you to come closer. And that they need you. And where are you?
Can I try and get Tibbl's attention?
Go ahead. I'm going to say roll a it's a weird check. I don't know, roll a wisdom check with disadvantage.
Hey, Sam.
Yep.
Is it Alida's voice I hear?
Yep. You hear Alita's voice.
I immediately cast Fly, shouting her name, and fly off in that direction.
Do I have enough time? I don't.
No, you're trying to get Tipperl.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things happening.
The only person who doesn't have a brain. Technically.
And actually, Tim, you.
Oh no, I don't want to know.
You hear a voice of a ruffled dragonborn that you're very familiar with.
No.
The one who actually taught you necromancy first. And he's saying, Toom, I need you over here. Where'd you go? I need your help with this. Toom.
No. Oh gosh. Okay. Before I did roll, but I'll say that in a second. Knowing that there's no possible way that I could be hearing my master's voice because he's dead. That's when I try to get Tibbl's attention. And I rolled. What did you want me to roll for?
Wisdom check with disadvantage.
Wisdom check with disadvantage. Okay. Oh gosh. 10.
You are just very enraptured by this voice. Like, this person did so much for you in your life. You have to go help him.
No.
You feel moved to go help him. And
oh jeez.
And Red Guest, you hear the voice of Rio, that half elven lady who you were keen for. That light voice of hers. Hey, Red Guest, where are you?
Rio?
Red Guest.
And he'll go over to just like stand up and put his shoulder on Tavis.
This is so bad.
Rio?
Where are you? I didn't. Where? I can't find you.
Tavis, I need you to head in that direction. Or keep going in that direction.
Yeah. I keep going in that direction, but hearing, do I notice everybody else looking for their loved ones? Or other noises?
With that, could everyone give me a wisdom saving throw?
Okay. I was about to ask, had I made any progress toward the voice?
Oh man, this is bad.
16.
Oh. Oh wait, I don't think I added my modifier. I didn't.
Whoever got a 15 or below fails.
Do I have time to cast a spell?
Depends on what it is.
Oda Luke's Resilient Sphere on myself.
With your roll,
Probably not.
You wouldn't think about it.
No.
Tavis and Tibberl save, and
Hey Sam, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I haven't revealed my number yet, but I just realized I was muted for the whole thing. So does this count? Does that count as some type of charm, fear, or mind control effect?
Yes.
It's a
Okay,
siren's
cool.
call.
With the intellectual fortress that I have, I get
Mhm.
advantage on that roll.
Yes, you do.
Ooh.
Did a red guest pass with 16?
Yes, red guest does pass.
I rolled a unnatural 20.
Nice.
Nice. You are drawn in. Everyone who passed, which I believe was Tavis and Tibril and red guest. All of you are drawn in, and then you just feel like a moment where like it all shatters, where like the perfect like sort of serenading bubble around you shatters, and you come back to like a storm somehow. It seems like you might have flown into a storm cloud, and there's lightning all around you, and just water, just rain is pounding on all of you. Um, and Nyx, you're flying towards the voice, and Alita is crying out to you, Nyx, Nyx, where are you? And you're taking twists and turns and twists and turns, and you can't seem to find her. And Tomb, you know that your master's dead, but what if he's not? What if your experiment worked? And what if you did bring him back? And all of you see Tomb get up and start to walk off the edge of the carpet.
Can I try to grab him?
Roll dexterity.
I'm quite big and heavy.
Can I
Darn it.
try? Wait, can I shoot a psionic blast into his brain to try to wake him up?
Go ahead and try. That's a good one.
14.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can guess out of?
I'm
this?
going to spend a focus die to give myself advantage on the attack.
Work our way away from.
Yeah, Zach, go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you can get yourself out of that that cloud. It's a very bad storm cloud.
Emma, what's your AC?
14.
13.
14.
Oh.
Sorry, Tavis.
13.
I gotta do math.
Okay, 13 for your
So-
perception.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tavis, you feel very led, and you were positive it was Ilvrin. Like, he got out of that city. He needs my help. You need to help him. And then it shatters, and then rain, and now you realize that why would he be up in the clouds is 6,000 feet in the air. And you're looking for a way out and kind of like increasing the speed on the carpet because you slowed down and you can't seem to find your way out.
17.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw then, Tomb, with advantage.
I'm going to warn you, Tomb, this is gonna hurt.
I
'Cause
don't care.
I can't hit softly.
Did a 14 fail?
14 with, what is your armor class, Tomb?
14.
If it meets, it beats.
I also rolled what you wanted me to make a wisdom saving throw, correct?
With advantage.
I
You
rolled
feel
an 11.
okay.
Also, just a FYI, Tomb, I hit you for 12 damage.
Okay.
I'm so
Man, oh
sorry.
man.
I don't hit softly with my psionic blast, but that's like the only way I know how to wake you up.
That's yes.
Oh, no, you do
That's
not.
okay.
Killing me softly. Yeah, so Red Guest, with your cat-like reflexes, you reach out and you grab onto Tomb and you lurch back. And Tomb is still trying to walk forward, but it seems like you might have another round before he is off of the carpet with the psionic blast and your restraint. Back out to Nyx. What are you doing? You can't find Alita.
Do I still hear the voice?
You hear her. We're gonna say you hear her in front of you through a bunch of clouds.
I'm going to I'm gonna start flying towards the voice, and I'm gonna begin trying to search with my magic, trying to find her.
Also, did we save
Um,
2?
You have another round before he's walking off the carpet.
Oh,
Hurry up, guys.
Do you want me to
Try to
roll an
pull-
Arcana check?
Yeah, roll Arcana, please.
Okay. 19.
19. You reach out and you can feel her. You think it's her right in front of you through the clouds.
I fly directly to quote unquote her.
And you fly right through the clouds, and you are met face to face with an elf that has almost an ethereal beauty to her.
Oh no.
She has dark brown and kind of reddish black hair. It's a weird mixture, but somehow it works on her. And her bright green emerald eyes just pierce through you as her sort of crying, scrunched face breaks into a smile and you see that her hair is tied back, and she looks like the greasy sort of mechanic that you know as you break through the clouds, and she just rushes forward, somehow walking on these clouds. Makes sense. She's pretty. She seems almost like a goddess. And she just like
Ha.
rushes forward
No.
and just takes your face in her hands. Says, "I knew you'd find me."
No.
My face, which had like a terrified expression, just melts away. Get a smile, hug her. What happens?
Damn
She
siren.
hugs you really tightly.
Okay,
Almost too tightly.
Oh no.
tight, help, stop. Okay.
And then she
Okay.
like comes back a little bit, and then she says, "Oh, sorry." And she grasps your face and fulls on kisses you on the lips. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh
Also,
no.
also while this happens, can I try to use another psionic bolt onto him?
Um,
Can I try to pull Toom
Try to
back?
wake him up.
Hurry up,
Nat
guys.
20. Nat
not
20.
quite yet. You
Okay.
So let's let this happen first. So you feel like this is like, wow, this is your first kiss. Wow. You kind of like, your mind kind of stops. The girl that you really like is kissing you, and like after a second, you feel like your lungs trying to like scrunch up almost within you. And it almost feels like her like mouth is suction cupping air out of you, and you're able to break free of it and finally get some air after it feels like black spots start to come into your vision.
Um,
Not break free of her grasp, break free of her mouth.
I would like to try to. Does it still look like her? Does whatever this thing is still look like her?
Still looks like her, except she's wearing a very interesting smile now.
Guys, I think we're moving too fast, and I try to break free of her grasp, shoving backwards.
All right, contesting strength throw.
12.
So you're like, oh, wait, and she's like, "Where are you going? I thought you came to look for me." And her like when she says me, like everything lengthens out, and you see, like her for like, and almost kind of like,
Lord of the Rings style.
I forget. I'm not.
Like
I haven't
The,
watched a
the
whole
elf
lot of
lady
that.
in Lord of the Rings, she says me, and then
Galadriel?
everything. Yeah.
Except she doesn't like go up in a bunch of light.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
it's more
But like,
darkness.
oh yeah, a little bit. Like like it almost seems like her form kind of like separates from herself, and it comes back, and it looks just like, except for like her eyes go to blue, and her skin turns pale blue, and her eyes. I mean, her hair goes completely white, and you look down, and it was her face, and you look back up, and it is completely different female face, and her body seems to be connected into the clouds.
I'm convinced
going.
we ran into sirens.
I'm going to yell Wraith. In one motion, grab my pistol, put it up, and fire 2 shots.
You tried to break free of her grasp, and you
Oh.
weren't able to.
Oh, you didn't say that. Sorry.
Yep, you're good. A lot of people were asking a lot of questions, and with that,
No,
we'll
you're
go back to the carpet.
Ah!
And we're gonna say Tavis. So Nyx is out in the clouds somewhere in the storm cloud, being hugged very tightly by a cloud siren.
Yes, I knew it.
The
Sorry,
legends were
continue.
true.
Because the legends were true. I love it.
And you notice that things are going wrong very quickly, and you need to get out. Tuum is trying to walk off this carpet.
Alright.
Someone help!
1 sec. I may have a spell.
Something to restrain me, at least.
I also didn't even think about this, but I had something I could have done to help me get out, but it's fine.
Next turn.
Yeah.
Also, I have a quick question. How is Tuum looking after that shot? Did that hurt him a bunch or not a lot?
When you did the bolt, you could tell that I had jolted a little bit, and there's now I don't know. Is it a physical bolt?
It is a psionic bolt. It basically you see you'll basically see just a jolt of yellow, and then in your head you just feel type of thing.
Okay.
Psychic energy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a psychic.
How much does Toon weigh?
Oh gosh, he weighs at least.
Is it under 1,000 pounds?
It's under 1,000 pounds.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say he weighs probably 500.
I'm trying to look right now. I don't know if.
I didn't know that.
I don't know
your
if
carpet would have been moving half speed.
Sorry.
Oh.
I didn't necessarily calculate his weight to begin with. So my guess would be somewhere between 300 and 500.
He's a heavy boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's under 1,000.
But Tibril, it hurt him a little bit, but not like he's dying.
Between 3 pounds and 500 pounds.
So if you got hit again, I shouldn't worry about you passing out.
Correct.
Cool.
All right. What are you doing, Zach?
I'm going to use telekinesis to grip Tomb and keep him on the carpet.
All right. Is there anything that he needs to roll to try to resist that, or is it just instantaneous?
I think it's instantaneous. Okay. Tomb has to contest it.
Like a strength?
Is it?
I'm unsure.
I'm taking a look.
Yeah.
I found it says creature. You can try to move a huge or small creature. Make an ability check with your spellcasting ability, contested by the creature's strength check.
Okay.
All right.
If you win the contest, you move the creature up to 30 feet in any one direction, or in any direction.
Cool. I need you to make a strength check, please, Tim.
That is an 11.
All right, so this would go against your spell casting sort of like number that people need to like go over.
The DC.
Yeah, the DC. Yeah, thank you.
Just the DC?
Yeah, so
Do I
does an
have my-
11 beat your DC of your spellcasting?
No, it doesn't.
All right,
I,
so
uh,
two.
yeah.
You start like breaking out of Redguest's grasp, and you just start walking towards the edge of the carpet, and right as like one of your feet like gets off the edge, you just feel weightless, and you start floating.
Does that knock me out of it, or am I still hearing my master's voice?
You're still wanting to very much go in that direction.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, Tavis, what are you doing? Like, kind of like,
But
You-
screeching instead.
Can we tell he's struggling against it, or does it just look like he's immobilized?
Well, telekinesis
say-
doesn't say that you can't move your arms. It's just you can't like your movement is restricted.
I'd say that you can tell that Tomb is giving some resistance, and I feel like you can also see that his glowing blue eyes are flickering rapidly, which you've never seen before.
But the both of you see this, and now you have a floating tomb in the middle of the thunderstorm. All it seems to be getting a little heavier.
To make matters worse, wild magic.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh
yes.
no.
Cool.
Where anything else happens. 45.
All right, roll again.
27.
All right, wild magic sorcerer online chart. Here we go. Man, oh man,
Uh-oh.
things
Honestly,
went hairy.
Yeah, they did.
Just tell us what happened.
27.
Oh,
Nice. This is a good one. For the next minute, all of your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action.
Oh, that's very good.
That's dope.
for
Nice.
how long?
For a minute.
Okay.
So
So
we're
I
technically in initiative. I just didn't make you guys roll because you guys
All
seemed
right.
like you were making the same moves within the same sort of circular motion.
Right.
So
Okay.
next would be we're gonna say Tibril next.
I'm going to see that you're still kind of struggling and you want it to get off. I'm going to say, sorry, buddy. And I rolled a natural 18. Then plus all that.
That hits.
Yeah.
16 on the 16 on the first hit. I'm going to shoot at you again to use my extra attack.
Okay.
Wrong way, dice. 16 on that one.
Yeah, that hits.
14 on the second hit.
Yep.
So just like you're floating there and you hear, come on, I need you, I'm gonna lose it, come on. And you're like, I gotta help him with whatever he's doing. Oh my God. And you just feel like this
Just
Syrian
in
sort of like,
screeches. Yeah.
and you do feel pain
Oh.
in your head.
Yeah.
It's weird because you don't really feel that, but
Right.
this with you, this is like the closest to pain that you feel.
Yeah.
Roll again. Roll 2. Okay, so
2?
he hit you twice.
Yes.
So roll with advantage twice. Wisdom saving throws.
Oh, you got 4 shots.
Oh, the first one was a 4.
Nice.
You got 3 more.
The second one was a 3.
Put that dice in jail and get a new one.
This is so bad. Okay, we're getting better. There's a 16.
Okay.
Technically a 19.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
No, and
the
then a
next-
5.
wait, you
Well,
rolled
it's a
5
thing.
times.
I rolled a 3 and a 4. And then I rolled a
She
16
went
and a
16 plus
5.
3.
Oh.
Yeah, 16 plus 3 is 19.
I was like, you rolled a 16 and a 19. Why are you continuing to roll?
No.
Why
So I
are you still
failed.
going?
So I failed one wisdom saving throw, but I rolled a 19 on another one.
Yeah. So the first one, you like your master's voice just like is the only thing you can hear, and then another bout of like migraine pain racks through your metal skull, and then suddenly you don't hear him anymore, and suddenly you're in a storm, getting very wet, floating not on the carpet but above the magic.
I also imagine that I'm just hearing Tibril yelling my name.
I'm gonna be like, Tube. I'm gonna kind of like tap you on the face. Are you with us again? Are you back? Every time after each shot, I'm gonna be like, Tube. Okay, shot, bang. Tube, are you with us?
Don't forget to yell clear.
You could see that Tomb has now stopped struggling, and his eyes stop flickering, and he kind of just looks around, wondering what the hell happened to him.
I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna be like, great, you're back with us. Tavis, you can put him down now. Where's Nyx? Or not
Did I
Nyx, Bright.
see?
Where's Bright?
Did I see Nyx fly off?
Red guess will try to catch him.
You were too enamored with what you were doing. I would say that actually Nyx was like the first one who did anything. So
Yeah.
it was before anyone broke actually their wisdom saving throws. So it seems like Nyx just disappeared, and then it started raining.
Gosh.
Red guest, what were you gonna do since it's
So-
your turn?
I was saying, if Tavis was going to let go, can I try to catch Tomb?
Oh, wait. Okay, so
Because
you're gonna catch two.
Red guest can lift up to 510 pounds.
Ah.
Okay.
whoa!
Oh dang! How strong is this
Damn.
cat?
He is pretty strong.
He lifts, bro.
All right.
Do you
So-
even lift, bro?
Tavis, are you letting Tomb down?
Yes.
So okay, so go ahead and roll a strength check.
Me?
No.
Oh no.
Red
Oh,
guest.
okay. It's like, what?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Tavis. I want to see you do it.
Let's both catch it.
It is a 21.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
Dang, dude.
Red guest, you're pulling him back, and you see him like stop resisting, and now you're just like, come to Papa. Tomb just like lands in your arms, and everyone expects you to just fall. But everyone sees like Tomb for the first time ever be carried.
Yeah, that's very
Is it like
true.
cradle? Is it cradling
Like-
him like arms underneath,
like-
or is it like sack of potatoes?
Like bridal style.
Oh.
Joke's on you, I don't see.
Hello, friend.
I'm gonna just kind of be like, start like, and slowly just start clapping.
Also, Tibril, did you hit me twice?
I hit you 3 times.
How much damage are the last two?
16, and the other one, I rolled the
14.
wrong dice.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry, I rolled the wrong dice. It's actually 14.
for
So I rolled the
both?
exact same thing up. It's 16 and 14. On the second one, I accidentally rolled a D10
Okay.
instead of a D8, but I rolled the same number.
Okay, Tomb's looking kind of bad.
How are you looking?
Like I could fall over.
Oh no!
You took
Without
46
support.
damage.
Oh, I'm gonna tell Red Guest, put him down,
Okay.
and
I'll gently
I'm
put
going
him
to
down.
start. I'm going to start rubbing my hands together, and you're going to see them start glowing yellow. And then I'm going to put my hands over him, and I'm going to heal you, Tomb, for a total of 20 hit points.
Woo! That gets me back on my feet.
Good.
All right, and with that, we go back over to Nyx, who's being held by a cloudy siren.
Oh
just
no!
looking at you and says, "Why do you want to run away again?"
I will yell rape once more and try to break away.
Right. Roll a performance check and then a strength contesting check.
Like, try to
Performance? Okay.
You're yelling rape.
Do we hear this?
13.
Probably
Do
not
we hear
amongst the storm. Right.
Guess
You
a
never
13
know.
for
And
performance.
then you said strength contesting?
Yep.
Alright. I rolled a 16, but I'm going to use my Flash of Genius. And that'll add +3. It adds my intelligence modifier. So I instead have a 19.
Can you only do that once per
Yes,
rest?
once per long rest. And I haven't used it.
I would say save it because she rolled a 2.
Okay, never mind then.
So don't use it. I'm just gonna save you that.
Hey, thanks, DM.
You're welcome. Because I was like, she's not gonna beat him. So you were able to break free, and with a indignant shriek, she just goes,
Oh,
Like poops out of existence? Or
she just screeches with anger and just goes
Ooh.
one more time for effect.
I'm gonna
Oh.
be very confused, but I'm gonna try to run away.
You can't
You
run.
mean
You're
fly
in the sky.
away?
I'm gonna fly away. I mean, I still have 60 feet left of movement.
Also, this is so off topic, but my mom just opened the door and she just screamed at me and then shut the door and left.
Was it just ah?
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
I was like, I didn't expect that.
That's funny. That's
That's
funny.
like what my mom would do. Nyx, make a survival check, and and then everyone else who wants to, I would say Tavis make a survival check, and then everyone else make a perception check.
Ooh.
Alrighty. This is doing the good dice for
I
me.
got 10.
All right.
11.
Perception. What?
I
What's
got it.
perception again? Wisdom.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
you said
I rolled a
survival, right?
9. I'll just type it in.
18.
Oh, oh
I
no.
need to stop using this
So-
die.
Oh no.
So Tavis, you look over and you see an opening in the clouds. So it's to your right 45 angle. So it's about around 2 o'clock on the clock of you.
All right.
And you see an opening to the wild world outside of this cloud. Tibril, you hear off in the distance a faint right after a large thundercloud. Rape!
I'm like, I think I found him.
And that would be to
Do I
the
see
5
him?
o'clock of you.
Do I see him?
You whip around and you look.
And
I was asking, but okay, you whip around and look.
I look, you're saying it like I'm doing it. Okay, what do I see?
Don't worry, folks. We're not any more organized in person.
It's true.
We're not. But you whip around and look, and there's just a cloud. There's a bunch of clouds around you. You're surrounded with clouds. You don't see them. There's a lot of clouds.
I'm gonna tell Tavis. I heard like I think for real, not whatever we were just hearing, but I heard bright that way, and I point to the 5 o'clock.
Rape!
All right.
That's the
Looking at the exit and then turning to the 5 o'clock, I say, buckle up, bitches, and then we're gonna fly towards right.
Wait, what's Eggman doing during all this?
Oh yeah, that's so
I forgot about Eggman! Eggman's mighty! He took a
See
nap.
what?
Yeah, I was gonna say he
Of
best
course
be
he's sleeping.
sleeping through this whole
No,
thing.
I'm that. I'm like he's
Fainted.
either sleeping or he's just flirting with the voice he hears. One of the two.
You hear "buckle up, bitches" from Tavis. And
I'll be like, what?
you think the the carpet's gonna go very fast, and it just kind of goes at a ground pedal direction because the rain is coming down and the carpet is soaking up the rain.
Oh, good.
But eventually, Nyx, you're wandering around and you're kind of like, oh, you can't find your way out. It's only clouds.
I would like
I'm gonna-
to pull out my pistol
All right, pull
I'm
out
gonna
your
start-
pistol.
and just
Can I start yelling his name?
prepare for any sound or anything to fire in that
All
direction.
right, roll a perception check.
Oh no, I'm gonna get shot.
Don't worry, you probably won't because I rolled an 8.
You don't hear anything until just like almost like a couple feet behind you. Nyx!
I would like to turn and shoot.
All right,
Oh,
roll
no.
to hit Tibril.
Can I jump in front of Tibril?
No,
You don't know what's happening.
So
Darn it!
we decided to do from a pistol. It's the double tap, so it does. The first one is with my attack bonus. The second one is a straight roll, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So first one is a 17 to hit,
Oh, that hits.
Okay. and
I'm going to shoot him with my gun.
the second one is a 16 to hit.
So the
what?
second one's a 16.
16 to hit.
Oh, you missed the second one. Oh, good.
Okay.
So you whip around and you find purchase on your first shot, and then you like make eye contact with Tibril, and you're like, oh no.
It's a magical gun, so it has to shoot twice.
And then you were able to just like lift your hand just enough for it to like graze over his head.
Yeah, it does
Where-
4 points of piercing.
4 points. Where's it hit me?
Shoulder.
Okay.
Which shoulder?
Can we say like it hits me hard enough where I kind of twist myself where the next bullet goes past or something like that?
Something, yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna take it. It's like, oh, what the heck, dude? Come on, we gotta go.
I fly over to them.
You notice
Nice.
now when you take a look, you notice that the carpet's drooping in the middle.
I decide, you know what? Let's fly underneath and try to keep it afloat.
All right, make a strength check, and also, Tibril, can you make a perception check for me?
I sure can. I'm gonna use the good dice because it's been good to me
17.
so far.
All right,
13.
you said 13.
I said 13.
All right, so with the 17 strength check, you guys feel like the middle of the back up to where it's floating. It's kind of heavy. You're getting very wet now. Still, I mean, you were getting wet anyways, but you're getting wetter.
Wetter.
All of you are soaked. Wetter. You don't have to worry about watering your cherry blossoms anymore,
Yes, I was just about to say that.
at least for a little while.
Someone needs to find a
And-
spell that just keeps a rain cloud the entire time.
but then
That'd
you'll
be
get rusty.
awesome. Oh yeah. Then I have to go back to Ziona.
But yeah, Tibril, you hear over like just like and then all the rain, you hear over that after a couple like thunder strikes. You just hear large in the distance.
That's not good.
Everybody run.
We can't.
I'm gonna look at Tavis. How fast can this thing drop?
That's how fast it can drop. Like really fast, like as heavy as we are.
Like 30 feet per round.
Okay. 30 feet per end.
Okay, are you saying free fall? Or are you
I'm just saying, can we drop this, like make it just basically free
Stop.
fall us for a few seconds until we're out of the cloud, and then we start up again and go.
How much blunt force trauma am I going to take?
You're fine. You're fine.
I'm flying directly underneath.
Look at him. A decent amount? I don't know.
So how far are you gonna fall?
I'm just saying we fall till we get out of the cloud, or at least just a few feet, just to get us away from that sound, because it
So I
does
would
not
say
sound
that
good.
it's probably around 60 feet to get to the out of the cloud from the bottom. Are you doing the free fall idea?
Let's go for it.
Okay, if we're all holding on to the magic carpet, can we do like a gradual slowdown once we get to the 60 feet further out of the cloud, so we don't take
You
fall
can do a
damage?
gradual slowdown, but you said
I'm saying free fall until we're starting to get up again. Can like once we're out of the cloud, can we start slowing down and then?
yeah, you can
like,
slow down after you fall.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So we don't take fall damage.
You will still take fall damage for the amount that
I-
you free fall.
Oh, I figured since it was like a gradual thing, it wouldn't hurt us.
No.
No,
we
does
gotta
anyone know
fall,
discussing
fall.
this? Do I hear them discussing?
Over all of the rain, just barely hearing fall, and then all of you hear.
I say do it. I fly around and on top and start pushing it down, getting ready to cast Featherfall on the carpet.
Oh, I
Wait,
could do
cast
that
Featherfall on
too.
all of us. Cast Featherfall on all of us.
What are you doing?
Featherfall's on one thing.
It's getting closer.
I say, hold on to your butts, and then I let the carpet free fall.
All right, you fall for 10 feet, and you get a 10 feet, and then the next 10 feet, all of you take 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's
The
not too
next
bad.
10 feet, all of you take another 3 damage.
Okay.
Cloud yet?
Then the next 10 feet, you're about 30 feet away still.
Keep
Another
going.
3 damage. The next 10 feet, 5 damage. You seem to be speeding up.
Oh no.
I cast
Another.
Featherfall.
Okay, and with this 10 feet, you would have taken another 6. But you
Another
all
6?
fall the rest of the way out of the cloud. You would have taken without Featherfall.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
it's 9 and then
14, it should be.
14.
I think so.
14.
And all of you see, as you look around and behind you, you see a bird.
Large, small.
Large bird.
Big
with
bird.
A wingspan of 500.
Is it a some type of storm bird?
Whoever wants to know what this is,
I do.
Roll a nature check.
Okay.
Would that nature?
Nature.
14.
Ooh! A good roll this time.
Gotta love
Yep.
bad rolls.
24.
Oh dang.
All right. So all of you that rolled above a 15.
Oh, I just barely hit it. Well, not
would
really.
know
I barely missed it.
that this is a rock. R-O-C.
Oh gosh.
I love rocks. They're so cool.
The enormous legendary bird of prey.
You're flying. It noms on flying.
He is about
Where?
200 feet behind you. What are
Does
you
he
doing?
see you?
Pulling out my rapier.
I say we get the heck out of Dodge.
I can't speak, darn it. Okay. So I'm gonna frantically write my notebook and turn it to Nyx, and it says drop the Featherfall spell.
That was a
Okay, counter offer. How about we wait till it gets closer and then I drop it?
I'm gonna pull out my rapier.
You all get like 1 round to do one thing before this turns into a skill challenge.
Oh,
okay,
man.
I cut Featherfall.
I say we just keep dropping. Speed back up.
So,
Okay, how much damage we taking?
I think you guys said 14 from the fall.
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
60. No, the 30 feet, because we only fell 30 feet, right? And then we
No,
did feather
40.
fall.
it was 40,
40.
feet.
Okay.
Feather fall.
Yeah, but
How close?
the first 10 feet of a fall is like a gimme 10 feet.
Oh no,
Okay.
so we fell 50 feet.
Yep.
So how many more feet do we have till until we're at the ground?
You are 6,000 feet.
Oh,
above
we
the
got
ground.
some time.
Yeah,
Oh,
You are in the
man.
clouds.
I cannot survive that.
I don't think
None
I
of
can
us
either.
could survive that.
What are you guys doing?
Wait. Sorry, I just got this spell, so I have to make sure I can use it correctly. Can I roll to see if I know what rock birds eat or don't like to eat?
Sure. Roll another nature check.
I'm gonna
Are you good?
look at the spellcaster and I'm gonna look around the group. Does anybody know a reduce spell?
Reduce? No.
I rolled a 23.
You know that they like to eat things that come into their territory and large things like, for an example, in our world, like rhinos and large things like that. Elephants.
Like people, like would you say specifically a bunch of humanoid beings on a
Okay.
magic carpet?
Can
If you're
I
in its territory, then yeah.
can I cast the spell seeming to make us look like a cloud?
While she's doing that, Tavis, do you have enlarge reduce?
I would say that you would look like a bunch of mini clouds, but let's see if the rock has already seen you. The rock has already seen you.
Darn it.
Oh no.
Hey,
Okay.
Zach, I didn't quite hear if you had answered my question. Do you know enlarge reduce?
No, I do not.
Frick.
Yeah.
So we could make it small enough where it could be able to eat us, though, if we did know it.
Can I still cast seeming to see if that helps?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna do that. I need.
I'm gonna look at Tim and be like, could Talon distract it?
Okay, I cast seeming, and then I send Talon and to the right of us.
I see Talon flying, and I cast enlarge on it.
So tell me how big. So enlarge.
Yeah.
So the small owl would be. You just see him swell in size.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome!
I don't think he becomes as gargantuan.
Oh, probably not.
That, but he becomes a pretty large.
It grows
guy.
by one size category.
Yeah.
So
he's a medium creature.
Yeah.
So he becomes a large creature.
No, I think he's.
He's a small creature, so he becomes
so
a medium
becomes
creature.
medium.
Yep.
So
he becomes a bigger blip.
A bigger blip.
So I make everyone look like a cloud.
All of you look around and you see each other look like clouds. Little poof.
And then I sit down on the ground or like on the carpet. And then I see and I go to see through Talon's eyes. And then through Talon, I move closer to the rock to try and get to one of his eyes so that he can see me. Well, Talon, and then I will try and direct him away from us.
All right. Okay, so your owl gets bigger. You make your owl fly closer to this large, gargantuan bird and go into its eye. Or near its eye.
Yeah, not into.
Not just like poke. Although that is a good idea. But so the rock is going to see this and screech at it.
Ooh.
And try to eat him.
Try to what?
Eat him.
Okay.
Open his beak and snatch.
Can I dodge that?
It is going to be an attack. So
okay.
So.
Mm-hmm.
With a plus 13 to hit. And a natural 20.
Talon dies.
Poor Talon.
Look into Talon's eyes through Talon's eyes.
Before the rock beak clamps down, can I dispel Talon?
I would allow were you ready with it?
Yeah, because I knew that he was going to be in danger, and I didn't want him to get eaten or like get
Okay.
hurt again. So I would most likely in that situation just dispel the find familiar spell temporarily and have him reappear back in my torso.
Okay, so we'll say that Talon flies up and does a little like something, and the rock gets angry and just rears its head back, and you're watching through his eyes, and it's a weird experience to see yourself get swallowed, and then you like realize for a second, oh crap, and then you snap, and then you snap again, and you just hear a little from your side.
So, question: does dispelling the find familiar spell cause my spell to stop working?
I'd assume so because he's going
Because it's basically
between
teleportation.
dimensions.
Yeah, he's going into another dimension. So I would rule yes.
Okay.
So he's back to his normal size. So that's Nyx and Tomb, Tibril, Tavis, and Redguest. You all get to do something before the rock is coming for you.
We're in a real sticky situation, guys.
Yeah, we are.
Thought that would work, but that's all I got.
You know, good plans sometimes don't work.
'Cause you're right.
Um,
We're still before the guild.
You, so Zach, Raul, and Peter, you all get one action
Okay.
before this is a skill check challenge.
Are we
And essentially what we
falling,
do.
or have we not yet?
I would assume that Tavis will started up the carpet again.
I am going to prepare an action for when the rock tries to attack us to use my focus points to give a disadvantage.
All right, so you're gonna hold that disadvantage for the round.
Yep, I'm gonna
Oh,
prepare to fight. Well, actually, stop it from fighting us.
I'm going to do a Crimson Right of the Flame.
All right,
Imbue my rapier with an extra 1d6 fire damage.
nice.
I
What?
take
Ooh.
4 points of damage.
All right.
Boy.
Okay, Blood Hunter.
All right. I am going to cast Dancing Lights, and I am going to try to use the lights to distract the rock away from us.
So what's the range on dancing lights?
It is
And where are you casting them
120
first?
feet.
Okay, so you're casting them 120 feet away.
I'm going to cast them next to us.
Interesting.
Actually, a little bit behind us.
Okay.
Well, how far away is the rock from us?
The rock right now, within the 6-second period, is still 200 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna do it to the max that I can, 120 feet away, as close as I can to the rock.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to okay, as a bonus action, I can move the lights up to 60 feet to a new spot within range. So after I cast it, I'm going to try to move them slightly to the side so that the rock possibly gets distracted and chases them.
Your lights shoomp up, and it draws its attention towards the clouds just kind of floating there in a weird formation. And it looks at the lights, not at you guys necessarily, and then it kind of like turns its head flapping, trying to get closer, and then it looks up, and it makes eye contact with you through the illusion.
Mm.
We're gonna hop into a skill challenge now.
No.
Can I have a free action really quick? I just want to wave it.
Yeah, you can wave. So a hand
Can I also
shoots
give it
out in
heart
the cloud.
hands?
Just hi, friend. And you assume that this big rock is just kind of waving back. But
Yeah, it's flapping its wings. It means it's waving.
Yeah,
I
if
hate
it's flapping
giant
its
flying
wings.
things.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the person driving essentially, and then we're gonna go up from the top of the list to the bottom after that.
Okay.
So go from Tavis, and then starting from you, or starting from the top of the list.
Top of the list. So we're gonna go from Tavis to Trevor to Roll to you to Emma,
That gives me
And
time
back.
to think.
and then back.
Okay.
So, Tavis, first roll of this skill check, as everyone. So, for everyone listening at home, for skill checks, I will set a DC that they will roll for a specific skill. So, if you want to use medicine for something, you have to give me a creative solution to how to use your medicine skill set to essentially aid in your escape. Is the goal that this skill challenge is going for. So essentially, skill challenges are the entire party working towards a specific goal, using their skills to try to succeed. And you have to have a set amount of successes compared to failures. And if you the successes you win, but if you fail, then something happens that's not great. So starting with Tavis.
What she was trying to say is we're gonna get eat.
I'm saying
Correct.
something.
My watch. All right. Could I use telekinesis to hold Tomb, kind of just hover him, but like pulling him along with us with telekinesis to increase our flight speed?
That's a good plan.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so I would say so he's not trying to fight it. So I would say what kind of skill it's using a spell.
You know what?
So I
let's-
would say actually since that this is reducing your drag comparably to the amount of water that's in your carpet that's kind of leaking, it gets you back up to normal flight speed.
Okay.
So it's neither a success nor a failure.
All right.
Cool. So you're going along at the 30 foot per round speed. Now about 230 feet away from the rock at the moment. Trevor?
Hi, I would like to try to persuade the rock that there's more interesting food somewhere else.
All right. How are you doing that?
I would like to yell at it and say, "Excuse me, sir. I'm fairly sure I saw some more food behind you."
All right. Roll persuasion. It doesn't understand you, but it might understand your intentions.
Um. Sorry, math. 22.
For some reason, the rock finds itself kind of like halting a little bit and like stopping, giving you guys another like 30 feet away from it. So that is a success.
Woot.
So you guys are able to get another 30 feet away from it on your turn. I'm just gonna count the carpet's flying speed as there's fireworks outside. I'm just gonna count your carpet's flying speed as your guys' movement speed unless you say otherwise. So right now the rock is on hold. Red guest?
Can I do a perception check to see if there's any like already damages to the rock, like wounds I could exploit?
There is no wounds to Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
That is 22.
You look back and you see that rock looks completely fine. It looks like it was out on a hunting spree and it is not injured whatsoever. But you turn back around with the 22, you look at the mountain that you guys could probably get to, and you see a large opening on it. Not large enough for the rock to fit in, though.
Am I allowed to say that way and point, or is that not
Yeah.
a free action?
I would say you could do that.
Okay. Redguest will point for Tavis at the opening and say, that way.
All right. Another success. You know the way. Skipping over Tavis in the line. Dibble.
Well, Redguest took what I was going to do. So I got to come up with a new plan. Trying to think of anything I can do that would be helpful.
So he pointed out the place we're going to. Can I use a survival to help guide us through the safest, through thunderstorm, because I'm assuming it's still thundering at least near us a little bit.
Yeah, the cloud. There's a couple. You can see that. I'll just say there's a couple clouds around you. You can probably see that are maybe trying to coalesce into a much bigger.
Okay, can I just survival check to see the safest but fastest route at the same time? Make sure we don't get hit by nothing.
Yep.
15.
Dibble, you grab Tavis's shoulders and peer. You don't see any valid sort of ways to get through all of these thunderclouds at the moment. So that would be a failure. All right, Toom.
Okay. Am I allowed to cast a spell?
Yeah, you're allowed to cast a spell.
Okay, because I want to cast. Oh wait. First, I should ask, how far away is the rock from us in feet?
You guys, since you're, so you've been doing 30 feet per round, and the rock is kind of halted right now, and he's 200 feet away, and it's been 3, so you're about 290 feet away.
Okay. So, I have a question.
Yeah.
There's a spell called Fear, and it says you project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. When it says 30-foot cone, does that mean the creature has to be within 30 feet of me? Or does it have to just be, or is the cone itself 30 feet in diameter?
I think it is with you. Let me double check.
Okay.
Range. So your range is self, and you have a 30-foot radius away from you. So
okay, so then that wouldn't work. How you said he's 200 and what feet away from us?
Y'all are 290 feet away, and at the end of your turn, you'll be another feet away. And you're kind of hovering still. You're in telekinesis.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I don't know if this will help or make him angry, but we'll try it. So I'm gonna cast Ice Storm, or I'd like to. And then its range is 300 feet. And then it says a hail of rock hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius. So I don't know if I can use it since it says to the ground, but then it says 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. So then I don't know if I can use that. But could the point be the rock?
Yeah, you so the point could be any point on the rock.
Okay.
Because then you could center the point on the rock, but when the rock moves out of that point, it won't move with it.
Okay. It does also say hailstones turn the storm's area of effect into difficult terrain until the end of my next turn.
Yep. But y'all are in the sky.
Right. So
he would
okay,
just move half of his 120-foot fly speed.
okay. So I'll do that. So I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Yep, and that is 120-foot flying speed, Tyrrell. Surprisingly, he's not super dexterous, so that's a 13.
That misses. So he fails, so then he takes...
Oh, wait. Did you say saving throw?
Yes.
Sorry, got a +4, does a 17 still not do it?
No, that succeeds.
Apologies.
It's okay. But that's okay. He just takes half damage, so I just gotta roll some things real quick.
Do it! You got this. So I would count that as a success because you are making him move slower to get to you.
Okay.
So 3
He
successes.
also takes 17 points. Well, he takes 10 points of cold damage,
Okay.
and then he takes 7 points of bludgeoning.
Awesome.
I don't know if that changes things, but I just thought I'd just be specific.
That does help. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. So you see just Tomb while he's levitating above the carpet being pulled along at fast speed just reaches out right before he gets out of range, might I add. And you just see 300 feet away, just like a large thunderstorm just open up above the rock's head, and the rock kind of like looks up and then just gets pelted with ice as it like sort of like and zooms off towards you again.
Man.
So far, three good successful ones. The next one is the last one you would need. So Tavis, you have been directed towards this mountain entrance. Are you going to fly to it? What are you gonna do?
Going to fly to it.
All right.
I don't think there's anything really special I can do.
You still have Tomb up, so it's still not dragging.
Okay.
But I would say that at this point, make this is gonna sound funky, but make a persuasion check to your right.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I thought it was a 6, but it's a 19. Persuasion?
Yeah.
That is 25.
All right. You kind of like reach down and you like grasp like the soaked top of this like rug, and and you kind of like whisper like, "Come on, we really need you here." And then you just feel like a surge of energy out of nowhere out of this carpet, and it just like this carpet went from slower to like such like instead of 30 feet per round, it's like 100 feet per round now for like this little surge to get into the cave. So last success helped you out a little bit right there. And you like just zoom into the mouth of this large opening in this cave. You guys seem to be safe.
So we're in the cave, you said?
Yep. As you guys like zoom in at 100 per hour pretty much into this cave, you look around and the temperature drops significantly. Now this is a snowy mountaintop, but it feels like it should be a little warmer in here.
I'm assuming we're stopped right now.
Yeah.
Could I look around?
Yeah. You roll perception.
Also, do
I
I
gotta pull out
feel
my-
cold?
You
What
can
is
look,
cold?
You look down and you see like the joints in like your metal are like frosting over sort of like and you see like a little bit of like steam emanating from you.
Okay.
10.
And I'm assuming Talon's shaking a little bit.
Yeah. You look
Talon
down.
was pooped.
No.
Talon was
Tal-
poofed back into her.
Also, I would like to row fur.
Okay. So in order of events, Talon is indeed shaking, just in your side.
Okay.
Exactly like that.
Yep, exactly like that. The sound effects and everything. But Bright, you look around and you are in the opening of a cave, and it seems to be very cold. And as you look down the dark hallway, it seems to be like ice is like now on the floor, as like encasing the hallway as it goes down about 30 feet in.
Is it like a whole day after tomorrow deal?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like where they start to see, is it like, do we start to see ice slowly creeping towards us, or is it like as he looks down the hallway he starts to see ice that's already there that's covering the
That one.
tunnel walls? Okay,
That one.
got it.
So he looks about 30 feet down. Yeah, not like that. So you
Got
look
it, got it.
30 feet down the hallway and you start to see like ice encasing the entirety of the hallways.
Oh, okay.
And
Can
then
I-
all of you hear behind you and just a loud screech as the rock just kind of lands on the mountain top, just looking into the cave.
I start walking towards the back of the cave.
I'm gonna pull my soul knife out and to kind of give a tiny bit of light.
What is the marching order? Who's going first? Is it Tomb?
Yeah. Or I
I'll
guess
be behind.
Tibril should go first since he has light.
Okay. It's
and then
not,
I'll be
it's
behind
not te-
Tibril.
It's technically not a light source. It lights a 5-foot square.
Oh, okay.
It's not a light source. It's just so you guys can, like, whoever doesn't have night vision can see me, type of thing, or know where everybody
Okay.
is, or dark vision.
Yeah, so I'll be behind Tibril still.
I still have a
Right.
dancing.
I'll go
lights.
first.
I'll
go first. Dancing lights, please.
Tavis does have
I'll take
dancing
it back.
lights.
All right.
All right, so for dancing lights, are you floating them into the room from all the way up? Are you recasting again, or
Recast.
okay.
Or wait. Can I bring them to us?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna take a second. You guys were 6,000 feet up in the air.
Oh, that's
They move
right.
about 60 feet per round.
I'm just gonna recast it. 45 again.
All right. One more roll.
57.
Ayo, let me get your chart up. Heck yeah, dude.
Here, Tibril,
57.
yeah. Here, Tibril, have some light.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna put my soul knife away. I'll still lead the party. I'll be at the front.
Okay.
All right.
I'll play mom. Come
Okay,
on,
so
Madam Dark Queen.
Tibril.
Yo.
Sorry, not Tibril, Tavis. I always get a reverse. Zach.
Yes.
So for the next minute, how many flammable objects are you touching?
Well, technically all of my clothes that aren't metal, which is
So you reach up.
But also
And
we're
you-
soaking wet, right?
Yeah, you're soaking wet, and you see like as you like reach, and I guess that would counteract something. You reach and touch your sleeve, you just hear a loud as your hand, as you now after a while of that, you take your hand off and you see like your clothes are completely dry, but you saw like it was starting to burn through as well.
Can I walk over to Tavis and say, because I'm imagining I heard that. Could I take the bag of holding off of you so you don't burn that?
sure.
I'm gonna kind of reach around, try not to touch his hands. with the bag of holding and take it off of him.
All right, so I'll say you were able to.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that yeah. Cool. So we got.
I just realized he was holding onto it. I was like, oh, that's not good.
Wait. I don't want to be sucked into the astral plane.
No thanks.
All right, so going down the hallway, we got Tibril, Tomb, Tavis.
Red guest will take the end.
Red guest at the end.
Yeah, I'm assuming Tavis is right behind me if Tibril could get to the bag of holding.
All right, and Bright is in between both. So you guys are continuing along for a while, and it gets kind of slippery. I'm not gonna make you roll the dex checks for that though. I would say that you guys support each other enough. You guys be able to like shimmy sham your way down the hall. And it is only a one-way hall. It seems to be leading into something. But could Tibril, you give me a perception check?
I sure can. Wait, that's the bad dice. Use the good dice. Unnatural 20.
As you get closer to the end of this tunnel, it starts to lead out into a large cavernous room. And it's been getting colder and colder as you go. And you hear snoring.
Like human snort? I'm going to put my hand up to stop everybody.
I'm going to keep walking until I run into somebody.
You run into the back of Tavis.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I'm going to kind of look back to Tomb and do a motion of stay here. And I'm going to go investigate.
All right, make a stealth check.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to whisper it to Did he say follow?
Ekman kind of whispers from behind Red Guest. I think he did.
I'm stage whispering now.
I
overhear this conversation behind me, and I put my hands up to try and stop them from going past me.
I rolled a 16.
All right, easily enough. You sneak into this room pretty stealthily. You almost slip a couple times, but catch yourself. And there is a large sort of like frozen rock in front of you that you are able to climb up stealthily and peek over. And as your head peeks over this rock, you are met with a large, icy dragon. Sitting on top of the biggest treasure hoard you've ever seen.
I'm so excited.
That's where we're going to leave tonight's episode.
I'm so excited.
I'm going to write this down to know where I am.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to write in my notes Durgan.
So on a rock looking at a dragon.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
This is really Dungeons and Dragons now, guys.
We found a dragon!
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.